next topic I will discuss in the series of Google Drive is the Google Form and Google Sheet. A Google Form is a survey or a place to ask a question and get a response of many sorts. First, I will walk you through creating a Google Form. Again, starting from the home page, drive.google.com, you will again select New. If it isn't in the immediate drop-down selection, select More and Google Forms will show up. Click on Google Form and now you are able to begin. Again, you have the title of the form that you'll want to create. The File, Edit, View, and Editing tabs are the same. View Responses takes the place of Format in Google Documents. Then continuing on, you have Tools, Add-ons, and Help, just the same as in Google Docs. Under the tabs, you will find an Undo and Redo button, Edit Question, Change Theme, View Responses, and View Live Form. This is where the Google Sheets start in. The Editing Question button will assist you in editing your questions. The Change Theme button will show you the options of themes that you can choose from. I am, for now, going to skip over the View Responses, but I will come back to it later. And the View Live Form will show you what the form will look like once you share it or publish it. Before creating the form, you have to make sure your settings are correct for your needs of the survey. Just under the Help tab and View Live Form, you will have three boxes that you can. The first one is Show Progress at the bottom of the screen. This is helpful if you have many questions and it goes on to multiple pages. The next one, Only allow one response per person. This is great if you are collecting specific data, taking a quiz, gathering information from a specific person or specific date and time. But again, that depends on what you are asking. And the last option is to shuffle the option order. In the case that you have a multiple choice option or multiple choice question, we'll shuffle the order of the answers to help stop people from looking at each other's questions, especially if it's a quiz or a test that you're administering. Creating the form, you can add a description as to why you want people to answer the questions given. This isn't always necessary, again, depending on why the form is being created. Continuing down the page, you will then need to ask the questions. Once the question is written, you can add a description that will help with the answer. Tell kind of where to find the answer, or tell why the specific question is being asked. That is not necessary. If you choose to add that in, that is your choice. Then you have to select how the question will be answered. You have many options to choose from. The first is text, a short answer such as fill in the blank, 1 or 2 word response. The next is a paragraph text. The difference in these is when the participant is answering the question. If you select text, it gives one box that as much as you want can be typed into it, but they only see a small box. If you choose paragraph text, the box becomes larger and can be enlarged to show the full answer. The next option is multiple choice, and then check boxes. So, for instance, if I say, which of these have you done in the past, then you can check as many as needed. The next option is choosing from a list, so given an option, select these from a list. You can create a scale, a grid, a date, or a specific time. If you select multiple choice, you will then need to provide the choices for them to choose from. 1, 2, 3, 4 choices are what you choose to do. And it will also give you the option that you can add other, which is to the right of the box at the bottom of the questions, of the options. This will allow the participant to write in an answer that maybe wasn't given as an option in the options you provided to them. So then when you're finished with the question, you will select Add Item, which is just barely underneath the options that you gave for multiple choice or under the box, etc., for the options of the answer, you will select Add Item. This will give you the second question where, again, you'll fill out the question, select how they will answer it. But you also have the capability of adding a video, adding a table or a graph to the question by clicking the arrow next to Add Item. That gives you more of the advanced options for selecting the options that best fit your needs. Once you have finished with all of the questions, then instead of adding another item, you will select Done. Now you will either share to specific people, specific groups, or you will publish it to the web, to the internet, just as you had before in the Google Docs. Now to the part that I had skipped earlier of viewing the responses. So once your Google form is shared to participants, it doesn't matter who they are, once they respond to your form, where do those answers go? It doesn't email you, but it sends it to this Google Sheet or a spreadsheet, what it could also be known as, and the responses are collected there, and it actually organizes it for you. So all of the answers to question 1 are always going to be in the same column. The answers to question 2 in the same column. Doesn't matter what it is. And so it provides you the ability to go over the data quicker and to analyze the data in a way that you need to. So how does this help in a classroom? As a teacher, you can create a quiz, you can create a survey, you can create a test and send the link to your specific students that need to take it. And once they've taken it, you will be able to have the responses generated straight to you. And you can analyze the data and grade it pretty quickly and easily. If you're a student, this would be convenient for you to create a survey if you are trying to collect data for a math project or a science project. This is a quick way for you to gain access to data from other students and to create a graph or to create a chart and then take that information and use it however you need to. It becomes very convenient in helping the learning process. If you no longer want to receive responses, say everyone in your class is done except for one who is not going to take the quiz test, or if you're just done receiving responses because you sent it out to anyone and everyone and you needed 25 responses, you got those 25, now you no longer want to receive the responses. Back in the Google form, you select responses, and the very first one says accepting responses. Once you click that, it'll say no longer accepting responses. And a red part will come up on the top, and this says that the form has been turned off. So once the form is turned off, you will no longer receive any responses. If you want to reverse that, just do the same. Click responses, click not accepting responses, then you're back to being able to receive responses to your Google form. So today we've learned how to create a survey and how to view the responses received from the survey and how it could be beneficial to a classroom. Thanks for listening.